All right, I think we are ready to go. Welcome everyone to week 6 Major League Tag Pro. Oh, we gotta throw ourselves in spec. That would be helpful. Give me a moment, I'll start commentating.
Three, two, one.
All right, and we're off. Not a lot going on here yet. Do have a grab. Ooh, let's see if we can get that this window out of the way. There we go. And it looks like we will have a grab for Picurious. He is past 3. Aaron will not get blocked. Homie went for the boost block there, but missed it and spiked himself. Now Aaron is out past 2. Past 1 does get returned. And Gasol will now have a grab here. Not a lot of action right here. We did have 2 juke juices, 1 for each team, and defenses will go ahead and bring those down. Stop that action. Rush, a lot of the ways that people will come out. Yeah, let's get a commentator in here. This will be fun.
Unmuted and unmuted.
Oh, snap. My bad. All right, we've got Aaron and VZ looking for the kiss. They both elect not to kiss, and it looks like Aaron will get chased down, but Cheeto's rule spawns and is able to get some blocks on him.
Hello, I'm here.
Hey, Refined, what's happening?
Not much. I'm excited for tonight's game.
Yeah, same. It's actually, we're a couple minutes in. 0-0 right now is the score, but Waterwheel will go ahead and get out. And it looks like some good blocks and a good juke there. And Aaron let go of Gasol there. Could have had a cap. He will get chased down.
Ooh, it's not letting me join the link. I think they kicked me out earlier when we were scrimming with them.
Oh, that's
and now I'm not let back in. RIP.
R.I.P.
Oh well, no. Yeah, it happens.
Well, this is an Origin team, so likely half the match will be played on Origin.
You know, it might be fine. I think you got it from here. You got the comms on lockdown.
All right, thanks.
All right,
Aaron does get the. Oh yeah.
Take care.
Hey, Aaron coming in past 1, past none. Homie will use that TagPro, and Aaron spikes. Not sure if that was intentional or not. TagPro does run out, and Water will now be out past 2, but his team does position for regrab, and the blocks will not be there just yet. But he gets around past Homie, and it looks like some blocks may be there. He goes for the boost. Ooh, barely misses it. Some good positioning there by Boogie. We'll go ahead and save that. Couple of flacids, and we are still 1-0 for the Super Pings as the next round of power-ups does come up. And it looks like Cheetos will go ahead and use that to get a grab, and now he's going to be past 1, and Waterwheel with that TagPro is going to try to use that to clear out the base. They need to stop the grabs. Gasol with a good grab there. Great handoff there for the Picurious to save the cap so far, and it looks like VZ will chase down Cheetos, and Aardvark will be forced to get the grab. Waterwheel continuing to use that TagPro, trying to keep his base clear. No anti there for the super pings. Aardvark will spawn too late, and he will be out. And now Boogie will continue to run around. Aaron will continue to roll around, and neither team really wants to kiss here, as not much comes out of it. No one's playing anti just yet. Really good positioning there by Homie, recognizing that bottom boost was available, and now the Pycurious side has a shot, but they will not be able to get the cap there, and both teams will position for power-ups, and it looks like Boogie's going to get bottom power-up for free. Waterwheel will contest that, and now is actually in a pretty decent position to get it. Gasol does get the TagPro. Waterwheel's 2v1, and the rolling comes up. Gasol with the TagPro lead. And it looks like so far, turn for cap here, but Aardvark is very wisely staying back, giving himself plenty of space to operate in. Just to try to stay ahead. Good recognition there by Gasol will bring him down. And Cheetos has some really unfortunate timing there. Homie just had really good timing and was able to bring him down. And now Pycurious is again in another position to try to get a cap, but a little bit of a bad boost off the corner there. And the anti is there. Gasol does get a grab, but Aardvark will be back, and that should get returned. Meanwhile, Waterwheel coming in past 2, past 3, past 4, and that is, he will boat for the cap. Waiting for power-ups to come up, I guess, but Aaron gets chased down, and now Boogie's out with the grab. And if he gets out past here, and he does, that could have been really dangerous. Cheetos was in position, but it could have been easy cap there. And now Boogie misses the snipe. VZ will continue to dance around, spikes himself, going for that boost, and Cheetos is in there to stop the Gasol boost out. 2-0, super pings. Oh, and we have scoreboard and everything. Flaccid by Gasol. 20 seconds till power up, so we do have some time here. And Aaron will get a grab. Get a decent grab here, and he will be out past 3. Homie, though, keeping him back and allowing Boogie to get the return there. Really good contain for Pycurious to try to save this. Power-ups do come up. We have a TagPro for Aardvark. He will take it on offense. Aaron will come back and play defense. Boogie, however, does get a TagPro. Gets the kill on Cheetos, but Aardvark is out past 3, and VZ moves far up to try to get it. And Aardvark spikes himself. Probably would have been more better advised to go off this top wall here. And now all of a sudden, VZ is out past 3, past 2, and Aardvark will make it in time. VZ went kind of the long way, but it doesn't matter. Aardvark gets chased down. Waterwheel is not able to get there on time, and VZ gets puts his team on the board. It is now 2-1 in favor of the Super Pings. 2:15 left in the first half. This is game 1, so there's plenty of TagPro left to go tonight. Cheetos with the grab, should get chased down, spikes himself. VZ, however, out past 2, but Aaron does have the angle on him and is able to chase him down. Next round of power-ups comes up. Top is first. It's rolling at 53. It's diffused, and Waterwheel will get corralled there. Finds himself in a choke point. Boogie out past 2, out past 3, bottom, looking for the cap. VZ there with the TagPro and gets the return, or gets the kill, gets 2 kills, and Aaron has to stay alive, but it's not looking good for him. Spike there, call it lag, call it what you will, but Aaron again is continuing to run away, and it looks like he will stay alive long enough to allow his team to get in position for regrab and stop the cap. So good hold there by Aardvark. I'm sorry, Aaron saves the cap and keeps his team in a 2-1 lead. And now things aren't looking good for Pycurious. Good block there by Boogie, kept Homie alive, and he will get ahead. There will be the spike, and now Gasol needs to stay alive, or that's a return for cap situation. Aaron doesn't get it though, so both flag carriers will be out. Aardvark should probably actually go for the kiss here if he can. Now the anti does leave, so Both flag carriers will try to stay alive, and 1-2 kills by Homie. That TagPro is going to run out in a few seconds, but Aardvark again has to stay alive. This time it's Aardvark having to stay alive. 3 kills, and the return for Cat, but no return comes. Probably should have pulled off Re there. Now Aardvark is all of a sudden past 3, and the block should be there. Nope, the team does get there and catch up in time. Oh, but a spike there by Boogie, and that should be another Cat for Super Pings, and it is. 3-1 now. 2-point lead is the in the final seconds of the first half. Pycurius will get kept. VZ gets kept for Pycurius, but that will be a 3-1 deficit for them to try to overcome in the second half. As we can see from the score screen, it looks like Pycurius actually had a pretty big advantage with power-ups. Only 5 power-ups going to the Super Pings, which means 13 for Pycurius. So definitely dominated power-ups, but they just weren't able to convert. Really unfortunate for them. Something they'll definitely want to try to take advantage of next half. But they're all ready for this next half. And if Super Pings are able to equalize on those power-ups, things will be looking a little grim for Pycurius. A lot of opportunities that they were not able to capitalize on because of those really long holds by the Super Pings players. Second half, starting now. 6 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
3-1 lead for the Chennai Super Pings. And Gasol have a quick flaccid. Cheetos will have a grab, and looks like he will be out past 1. Homie goes ahead and turns around for the anti. Boogie strike pushes out, forces Cheetos to use the boost, and that second push will get the return. And it looks like the anti by Homie will be enough to reset the flag for Pycurius. Oh, but a spike there, and now the Super Pings, it looks like, will have an out up top. Not past much. Homie does use the team boost. Gasol gets a grab meanwhile. And now as past 3, Aaron has to maintain his spot, and he does. Really good push back there, forcing Gasol to take a lap. And he will get the rolling, but it is defused pretty quickly. Now Cheetos and Aaron need to stay ahead. Aardvark was blocked out, and Cheetos not going to be able to grab here. Good return there by Aaron though. And VZ has the juice, but is not able to get a good grab there. And that will be the reset. 3-1 Chennai Super Pings. 8.5 minutes left in the second half. Both teams looking to settle things down. It is definitely in the Super Pings' advantage for low scoring game. But Cheetos now out past 3, and VZ is very blocked out. And that will be a very easy cat for Cheetos. Good grab there, and the right after the flaccid. Aaron will get dropped down, and Cheetos elects to go for the power-up rather than get the regrab, and he does get the TagPro for his trouble. Aardvark also with the TagPro. Super Pings will now have 2 TagPros on offense, but they're both going for the kills. And Aardvark, oh, a great snipe there by Gasol. Good recognition of the situation, and he celebrates in the all chat there. As the tag pros do run out, and that double tag pro does not result in a cap for the Super Pings, so the play gets reset, and it looks like, yes, we are fully reset here. Sol with the flaccid, with the handoff, Aardvark very calmly, coolly plays contain, gets the return. Meanwhile, Pycurius defense not letting any grabs happen for the last few 20 or 30 seconds here, and actually gets a spike on Aaron right as power-ups are coming up. That puts them in a 1v2, and Aaron boosts in for the tag pro grab, And again, 2 tag pros for the Super Pings. This time, the tag pro does not have the grab, and it looks like some really good play there by the Pycurious side ends up defusing that play as respawns are coming and Super Pings can't seem to get out of the Pycurious base. So again, we have double tags pros for the Super Pings, and again, no caps come from it. Really good defense there, defensive play, playmaking by the Pycurious squad. As VZ looks like will be out. Cheeto's trying to make something happen, but now all of a sudden VZ is past a lot, and a great boost block by Homie, and that will be the first cap of the half. VZ gets another one on the board, and now Gasol will get a second one on the board, and all of a sudden we have a 1 point, what was a 3-point game is now a 1-point game. Aardvark will be out, Aaron will have the tag pro lead, but Gasol is out. The water wheel is in position there, and if Aaron can get the solo, he does. That'll put equalize on the half for the Super Pings. Give them back that 2-point lead. It is now 5-3 in favor of the Super Pings. Aaron will let the tag pro run out on defense, but Gasol does get a grab here, and another grab by Water Wheel, and the slow boat will put the Super Pings up 3 points now. A lot of scoring these last 2 minutes as the grabs come out and they stay flaccid. Cheetos with a really good grab, solo grab there, will put them past 2, but VZ slows down and gets the stop there. Gets that return. 5-0, about halfway through the second half. Next round of power-ups comes up, and it looks like we'll have 2v2s on both sides. Seeing who can get something. VZ gets the tag pro, so that should be a very clear grab for Pycurious, but Cheetos also gets the tag pro, so that will be a grab for the Super Pings. Very interesting. I don't know if that was a lag spike or what. Boogie lagged out there, or spikes himself. VZ will have to flag pro grab, and now Aaron will run back. Good, very risky snipe there by Aardvark, but he does get it for the save. He definitely didn't have to do that, but it does look flashy. So he will go ahead and stop that. Water Wheel now with the grab, past 2, past 3. Gasol blocked, good block there for Cheetos, and that is another cap for Water Wheel, putting his team up 7-3 now. It's a 4-cap game with 4 minutes left, another round of power-ups, and things are already starting to look a little grim here for Pycurious. They're going to need a lot of action here very quickly, make a lot of plays in order to have a chance to come back in this game. Meanwhile, Super Pings, however, take both power-ups, Juke Juices, and that's not a good way to start. And it looks like Cheetos will be out, does manage to get the grab just by the corner, and Boogie will not be able to catch up. That tag pro, or I'm sorry, the Juke Juice allows him to move fast enough. And it looks like Cheetos may have a grab. Nope, good offensive D by VZ, and the anti is there by Homie to settle that. Aaron is not able to get the grab there. 3:20 left in the half though, in the game though. VZ, however, has the grab. The blocks aren't quite there, and Gasol off the corner almost gets out, but good defense by the Super Pings, which has really carried them through a lot of the season with the somewhat of a rotation there. Good handoff by Cheetos, but Gasol uses that team boost, is able to slow down Aaron, lets his defense get back ahead, and Aaron will circle around. VZ, however, gets out, gets past 4, and Aaron now needs to stay alive. The tag pro is going to spawn. Tag pros on each side. Gasol spawns. Tag pros kiss, and Water Wheel needs to get this return and needs to get it fast. VZ, however, will come back down, and it will slow this play down. Surprised the flag carriers didn't elect to kiss there, especially for the Super Pings. That could have given them an advantage, but Aaron will choose to just continue to hold. VZ gets brought down, and Homie will chase Aaron down as both flags do get reset. The anti-re is there. 2:12 left in the half, or I'm sorry, in the game. It's a 4-cap game, so time is definitely running down for Pycurious. Boogie does get a good grab there, gets out past 2. Aaron in position, good call out. And VZ now will try to hold. Cheetos will just simply deny VZ any opportunities here, and Aardvark will get a TagPro, Aaron with a rolling, and Aaron's just going to bring that rolling back. I think they're going to try to do some sort of blocking here. No. Good snipe there by Homie, and Waterwheel now is in a position where he has to stay alive. He does. And almost gets the nub for the cap there. 127 left in the game. Gasol pass 2. Aardvark with a boost catch up, and Waterwheel has the anti. Homie going to try to get the 1v1 and does not. Aardvark is back. Both defenses will reset. 112 left. Good boost by Gasol. Will get him out past 2. Aardvark going to try to use that team boost and misses. Spikes himself. Now Gasol needs blocking. There's 1 block. There's 2 blocks, and that should be a cap, and it is. Bringing the Hyperius back within 3 with 1 minute to go. Last round of power-ups comes up, and a couple of some good tag pros here. No, Waterwheel gets out past 2, and Gasol has to leave, giving Aardvark the rolling. And another rolling spawn that is diffused. Aardvark out with the rolling. Gasol is out, but Aardvark uses that, diffuses, and he is past 3 right now. Has to circle around VZ with a good contain. And it looks like Super Pings with 30 seconds left will just want to hold and run this game clock out. However, Homie with a good D, and Aaron probably shouldn't have grabbed here. He does in a good out there. Really good heads up play. Gasol does catch up, but it was too late. They were not able to get out past everyone. And now VZ, though, with a chance to bring it within 2, but with only 13 seconds left, he is still brought down. And even then, I think we can call this GG. Game 1 will go to Chennai Super Pings. 7-4, the final score, as both teams look for the keps, and there is none. So we'll move on to the next map. Next map is Pilot. Very classic. Both maps this week, classic TagPro competitive maps. Rush and Pilot were both in MLTP last season. I don't think either was in MLTP. I'm not 100% sure on that. But they both are definitely staples of the competitive scene.
Three, two, one.
And we're back for game 2 on Pilot. Super Pings on blue, Pi Curious on red. And we will see if both teams are able to pilot cheat. I think that was Gasol's dick or Cheetos' dick. Not sure which, but we'll see what happens. Cheetos will have the grab. Homies gets the stop. And both flag carriers will get brought down. This is a much more defensive map than Rush. A lot less flag carrying, a lot fewer long holds. And Gasol, a good move there past Aardvark. And Homie boost block, but oh no! He gets in the way. Waterwheel is able to catch up. Gasol has to take the way around, and Aaron gets the stop. Blown chance there for Pi Curious to take the first lead of the night. Aaron will have the quick grab. Flaccid VZ with the TagPro. So we had a 2-win power-up victory for the Super Pings, but the one TagPro does go to Pi Curious. Both teams brought down. I'm sorry, both flag carriers brought down. Still zeros. Only one round of power-ups down. A lot of game left to go. Flag carriers waiting on boost spawns. Much more difficult to get good grabs on this map than Rush, so we should see less action, supposedly. 2 tag pros and a rolling. Hey, Aaron will have the grab, and now he is all of a sudden past 4, and the boat doesn't come. Homie tried to bomb in, but it looked like his teammate kind of got in the way, and now Water Wheel is out past 1. Tag pros probably not going to result in much. It doesn't, and tag pros are running out. Cheetos with the final attempt. A little surprised he didn't wait there for his regrab, but it doesn't seem to matter because VZ's going to spike himself. Hey, Aaron will have a pretty clean grab here, and Cheetos is able to block VZ into the bomb, and Aaron will be past 2, past 3, and Gasol is able to position himself, beat the blocker, and slow Aaron down. But, oh! I'm sorry, VZ gets blocked out, and good positioning there by Homie to get the save. Keeps this match 1-0 for Chennai Super Pings so far. Keeps this map, excuse me, this game. Boogie trying to stay alive. Does stay alive for a while. Cheetos didn't make it past the halfway point, and now Boogie looking pretty good here. Probably could have used the bomb, but a little lack of communication there. Keeps that from happening. Gasol out past 1, past none, gets brought down by Aardvark the God. The defensive god there. Always with the contain. Water Wheel misses the handoff there. And Boogie will bomb out, and now Gasol, trapped in the corner, he will get brought down. VZ's not even in position for the regrab. He goes for the boost, he gets the past the 1, but there are 3 defenders there. He's not going anywhere. We have 2 power-ups won by the Super Pings here, as the lone rolling goes to Gasol on Pi Curious. Aardvark will go ahead and break that tag pro on O, and it looks like Super Pings will get a grab here. And assuming the boost doesn't spawn, and it doesn't spawn in time, Boogie will go ahead and neutralize the tag pro, but it doesn't matter. Cheetos is out past 2, and a really unfortunate boost there. Water Wheel going to go for that solo, and if Cheetos can out, Water Wheel gets a solo, but Cheetos could not beat the defenders to get the second cat for the Super Pings. And now Homie, if he lands this boost, he will be out past 3. Aaron's going to be blocked out. Unless a miracle happens, it doesn't. Homie gets the first cat for Pi Curious. We're tied 1-1 on the game. Next round of power-ups comes up. Super Pink so far winning the power-up battles. Getting pretty consistent 2-1s, and there's 2 more again for them. They'll even let VZ get the rolling in mid for free. And probably shouldn't have boosted for that on Cheetos. That takes about 10 seconds off of that tag pro, and now they'll only have about 5 seconds to work with here. And Aaron's probably just going to have to flag pro grab, and he does. But he's only past 1. Cheetos will go ahead and try to give him some time there. Aaron's going to have to double back. Does use that bomb to give himself some space, and tries to be fancy and get past Homie up top, but it looks like Homie is not fooled and will keep hold contain there. Next round of power-ups comes up. 4 minutes left in the first half. Cheetos will get the solo grab, the 1v1 grab, but Boogie maintaining contain. Oh, uses the bomb, but it does get him out past 2, and a good bomb there will get him possibly in a return for cap situation. But Aaron moving off, probably would have best to stay back a little bit. The communication came a little slow that Water Wheel was going to leave, and now Water Wheel is going to get out past 1. Past none. He's all behind. Gonna use that bomb, get himself some space, get himself some time. He's gonna try to get past that midfield again. The flag carrier for Picarius is out, and oh wow, Aardvark in that perfect position to stop the boost. And now if Waterwheel can beat BZ and Homie, but Homie's got that block on Aardvark, and it looks like it will be a he makes the grab. Boogie and Gasol were delayed a really long time there, and that will cost Picarius the cap. They really the bombs and boosts slowed them down too much, and Super Pings were able to wait for the opportunity. BZ misses the bomb, and Cheetos will now be out past 2. Blocks are there. The rolling gets diffused. No grabs come from it, but that will they'll go ahead and get the stop there. And Super Pings will look to stay ahead here. BZ out past 2. Rolls around, comes around the spike, but spikes himself on the mid spikes, and Gasol spikes himself on the bottom spikes. So good show of solidarity there for Picarius. Aardvark with quick grab and short hold. .205 remaining in the first half as second last round of power-ups comes up. Both teams starting to make their way, vying for position. Looks like Homie will go ahead and get Picarius's for free. It's going to be a TagPro Gasol with the TagPro, and now double TagPros for Picarius can help them tie up this first half here. But both, oh no, Gasol with a TagPro lead here, and a good bomb there by Waterwheel will go ahead and slow VZ down, and he gets pushed back. Gasol pushes his own flag carrier back into the spikes. 1 TagPro runs out, 2 TagPros run out, and Gasol needs to try to get past here. He does. Aaron loses contain, and Cheetos is forced to make a grab, and VZ will get the return. Great play all around by Picarius there to put them up to tie the game 2-2 before the end of the first half, and they almost had a chance to even take the lead there. First lead since a few minutes in. Will not get it though. And Aaron, great bomb, great blocking there by Aardvark. Recognition of the block there, and that will now put the Super Pings back in the lead, 3-2. Actually, that might be their first lead of the half. Not 100% sure on that, but Gasol now out in a great position. Easy cap for him. The blocks are well in place, and they will go ahead and tie this back up. But it looks like Cheeto's looking for that counter cap. Won't come, but Aaron now has that rolling. But the rolling went out. Cheetos probably spent a little bit too much time surviving. And now Waterwheel with Juke Juice, and it looks like they're in a return for cap situation. BZ will get the desperate grab. He does delay long enough for 2 of his teammates to show up, but Aardvark and Aaron need to get Homie down. And the block by Cheetos, and a great cap by Waterwheel there, sneaking in through, getting that go-ahead goal for the end of the first half here. Super Pings now up 1-0, or out by 1. To go into the second half. So Picarius again finds themselves starting the game down at the half, and they'll need to put on the stops here to try to catch up. The half was very defensive, ended up kind of blowing open towards the end there. A couple of well-used rounds of power-ups ended up getting both teams caps. A couple of blown coverages on defense allowed flag carriers out past 3. And on a map like this, it's so hard if you're not in a position to catch up, especially if the bombs or boosts have just been used. Without really good coordination, such as with a buddy bomb through mid, if those bombs aren't up, you're probably not going to catch up to the flag carrier, and if the blocks are in position, it should lead to an easy cap, and we saw that several times during that match. Both teams taking advantage of positioning. Last half, game 2, half 2. comes into play, and this last 10 minutes here, unless Pat Curious takes the lead by 1, or wins this half by 1 to tie the match.
1.
And like most pilot matches, starts out pretty slow. We have our first grab 16 seconds in. Flaccid by Gasol, and a so far grab by Cheetos, but that he will get chased down by 3 blue balls. And VZ uses that boost to get out, but does spike himself. Probably could have had that, but just doesn't boost quite right. Meanwhile, a couple of dead blue balls. Now all of a sudden, Aaron is out past 3, and VZ has to stay alive. It's a return for Cap for at least 5 more seconds here. And it looks like Aardvark will go ahead and use that boost, get the anti, and Water Wheel, and Cheeto's not able to chase VZ down. VZ making really good use of the boosts. Power-ups come up, and it's 3 tag pros for the Super Pings, and they really need to kiss here and get a solid grab. Interesting choice there by Aaron. And VZ was not chased down, and that will actually be a cap against 3 tag pros for Pi Curious. A huge mistake there for the Super Pings. They will, looks like, possibly make the counter cap here. Gasol, no, able to stay alive. Incredible misplay by the Super Pings. Very uncharacteristic for a Majors caliber team to have 3 tag pros and give up the cap rather than getting. So not only did they not get the cap, they actually gave up the cap, and they almost gave up a second cap. Fortunate for the Super Pings that VZ ended up spiking himself, but now Homie is out past 4, and Cheetos barely has the angle on him and saves his team from going down with 8:06 left. Next round of power-ups comes up. Both teams now starting to vie for power-ups, and it looks like VZ will get mid for free. And we now have a power-up sweep for Pi Curious. We'll see if they can use their 2 tag pros to their advantage, and it looks like Aaron is able to chase down the flag carrier. Saw a little slow to get back, and VZ will get sniped. Had a pretty good opportunity there, but Aardvark with the snipe save. Meanwhile, Cheeto's going to get brought down. Gasol jukes around Aardvark there, very sneaky, and he will get, however, chased down finally. 7:19 left in the game. 4-4 tied up between the two. Pi Curious lost the first match 4-7, so is going to try to make a split happen. Try to salvage the series with a split. And they've actually had a really poor season so far. I think they were actually in last. Very grim season for them so far. I don't think a lot of people expected them to have this rough of a season, but this second game is looking like a... Oh my goodness! Look like a godsend for them, and Aaron misses VZ. VZ somehow jukes around all 4 of the Super Pings players to now put themselves in the lead. Super Pings showing that they are able to choke any game against any team. And Aardvark completely misses the snipe. Water Wheel has to boost up to try to get ahead, but spikes himself. Aaron is 1v2, and what a save by Aaron! He does get the sandwich there, and is able to, by pixels, by 1 or 2 pixels, save that. So really good play by him there to keep his team in the game. Pi Curious with a 1-point lead here. And this entire game so far, I think the biggest lead we've seen is 2. Very close match, very close game the entire time. Unlike the Rush game, which got pretty far away from Pi Curious, Super Pings were able to get a very commanding lead. 5.5 minutes left in game 2. 5-4 Pi Curious. Couple of quick grabs here. VZ will be out past 1, past none, as Water Wheel will get the bomb snipe. And Gasol will try to continue to play, and it looks like the red defense will settle it. Super Pings do settle. Meanwhile, Aaron might have had a chance there, but elects for the Juki boy strats, and gets his teammate a handoff. And it looks like Cheetos, maybe a little lag there or just a miscalculation. Should have been out past 2, but spikes himself instead, and allows both defenses will settle, will reset. Power-ups come out, and we've got rolling diffuse Superman for Aardvark. Either chooses to die or accidentally spikes himself. Potentially a little lag here. Some misplays by both sides around the spikes. And the Superman avails nothing for Aardvark. Doesn't even get a snipe. Doesn't even get a kill for it. Meanwhile, Cheeto's trying to out-juke the Pycurious defense. Not able to get it. They are able to contain him long enough to trap him in his upper spikes. .406 left in the second half. 1 point game. Pycurious, after their loss in the first game, trying to make a comeback here, trying to make the split and try to get something out of this series. Cheetos trying to use that bomb to block, and a good boost by Aardvark, and now all of a sudden he's past 3. Waterwheel, can he get the solo? No, he cannot. Gasol stays alive, uses that boost to get ahead, and Cheetos overshoots Waterwheel. He must be having some lag problems, and Gasol almost gets another cap. Aaron is able to time out that rolling and block out his teammate. And now all of a sudden Aaron was past 3. Can VZ misses, jukes out VZ, and we have a 5-5 match. We are tied up again. Waterwheel now coming in, trying to get another cap, and Balanka throws on the question marks. And can Waterwheel juke out Gasol? He cannot. Gasol, last man back, does get the save. Several tiles away, but he will be the 4th man back. And it looks like flags will be reset if Boogie is able to get back in time, and he is. But Aaron with a good grab there. But the boost by Homie will go ahead and settle that. And now Gasol is out past 3. And Cheetos is blocked out. Can Aardvark get the angle? And he does! Gasol barely misses the cap. A little frustrated for sure. That has to be very frustrating. All this match. And Aardvark is now out past 3. Waterwheel with the TagPro. Aaron with the juke should get the chase down. Probably someone needs to go back and help out Aardvark, help him secure this cap. Boogie will bomb boost, will bomb snipe him out. And it looks like Aaron's going to need some help mid. He does get it. Waterwheel, however, is spiked. There's no re for the super pings, and Aaron elects to give his team time to catch up. But more spikes there by Cheetos as he continues to try to lower his killed KD ratio. Two minutes left in the game. Another round of power-ups comes up, and it looks like we should have 2-1 in favor of Pycurious here. 1 juice, 1 rolling, and Aardvark and Cheetos bullying Gasol. Aardvark should maybe be able to get a grab here, but he is in a dangerous position, does get the juice grab, but there's no rolling, and VZ tries for the bomb, tries to make the play, put his team back ahead, doesn't get it. And it looks like both defenses will settle here. We're reset, 1:22 left in the game. We're tied up 5-5, both teams trying to make a win here. Can Super Pings get a sweep here? Their first sweep in weeks, and Pycurious try to get a split out of this against a higher ranked team. .101 left in the game. Great bomb block by Cheetos, but Aaron spikes himself. Surprised there's no lag call there as VZ gets ahead. He's got the TagPro lead, and now all of a sudden it's looking dangerous for the Super Pings. He'll have a rolling and a TagPro, and this is an easy go-ahead cap for the Pycurious squad. 6-5 with 33 seconds left to go, and all of a sudden a split is looking pretty likely here. Aardvark will have the flag pro grab as it does run out here in a few seconds. He will bomb up past 1, and it looks like the contain will be there. He will get chased down. 17 seconds left. Super Ping's getting very desperate here. 10 seconds left. It looks like this will be the last-ditch effort. They will not have regrab. Cheetos has 5 seconds to try to make something happen, runs out of time, and that will be it. We have the split 6-5 for Pi Curious as they get the win here and split the Super Pings. Definitely a really bad result for the Super Pings here, as I'm sure they were hoping to get the sweep. And if we check out TagPro League, we will see once this result gets uploaded, Super Pings number 5 only going to get possibly up to 4th here. Yeah, Korea Crawler's result. Actually, they're being played right now. That game should be over in just a few minutes. Pi Curious in number 9. This will put them potentially into a playoff spot, depending on a few other games. And with only 1 week left, both games crucial to both teams. So good split, good games, and thanks for joining us. And